Hi, and welcome to our second video of Spotlight On. Today we've got Donna with us, who works for Tourism Ireland and is also on the board for ITT.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi. Donna, do you think you could tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into working for Tourism Ireland?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the introduction there. So, I work on strategy, implementation, and market intelligence at Tourism Ireland for the Great Britain team. And Tourism Ireland are responsible for marketing the island of Ireland overseas. And Great Britain is one of our biggest source of visitors and holiday makers into the island. But I've been there for about a year now. My journey before Tourism Ireland has spanned quite a long time, actually, over 20 years, unbelievably. I've done all sorts of roles in that time. I started as an apprentice, very much like you, Chloe, what you're doing now, and worked through lots of different roles up to director level, and I've also worked across various sectors within travel as well. So I've worked for travel agents, tour operators, OTAs, meta search brands and destination management organisations as well. So a lot of those have been in product planning, product development, commercial business development, marketing type roles. And within that, along the way, I also went back to university temporarily and did a degree in travel business management. So I'm sure we'll have a few things to talk about today.
It sounds like you've been very busy.
Yeah.
So, with all that, have you had any really big challenges that you've faced?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you say, the time, in a way, the time's gone really fast because I've always enjoyed working in travel very much, but there's definitely been sort of challenges along the way. I mean, I guess industry challenges, but personal challenges as well. So I know we all know what's happening at the moment, and prior to that, I've worked through things like SARS and MERS and swine flu and September the 11th and the ash cloud and some major sort of tour operator and airline failures and all sorts of things. But from a personal perspective along the way, I've been through lots of restructures. I've had redundancy at least twice as well. I've relocated 3 times for my job as well. Haven't always got the role that I've gone for or that I've wanted to get at that time. But in retrospect, when I think back, each of those challenges have been pretty ugly and awful at the time, but they've almost always led to some kind of like positive change or new opportunities as well. You just don't always see them at the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's not good, is it? But like you said, you can bounce back from them. And then, so do you think what what opportunities have you got from them challenges?
Yeah, I guess you know the challenge is when you're stuck in a difficult situation or something like that, it can be quite hard sometimes to see through that. But if I think of some of those examples we talked about just then, I mean, relocation was one that for me led to sort of better prospects and better opportunities around me. The first time I was made redundant, that actually led to me then applying for my degree scholarship and then restudying again and doing my degree. And I was quite, I was a long time out of education at that point. You know, I joined the industry as an apprentice. I hadn't gone to college. I'd never gone to university at that point. So going straight back to uni then while I was working full time as well was was quite a big feat. But again, I probably wouldn't have got to doing that if I hadn't have been made redundant. And I found at the time I was going for jobs and my skill set wasn't being considered in some of those scenarios. So that kind of led me to think as to what I could do, you know, about that. And you know, being out of work as an example again, which a lot of people unfortunately will be finding themselves in right now, it does kind of lead you to be sort of really really resourceful. It might even lead you to sort of look outside the sector. That's something I did the second time I was made redundant. I actually looked at what other paths there might be for me, and how I could use my skills elsewhere. Could I retrain? Some things like that. But I think by, you know, hopefully we'll chat about it today around sort of building relationships, but certainly for me along the way, people I've met always a good source of sort of support in times of challenge, and help you create new opportunities as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's right, because even though you go through bad things, it can always come to even better things. So
yeah, just often it takes a long time for that to kind of find its place with each other, and for one to result in the, you know, the next step as such. But but definitely I'd say in terms of, I guess, successes or things it's led to, they've mostly always been as a result of something difficult happening rather than everything going well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not always going to be an easy ride, is it?
No,
So
definitely not.
do you think you could explain a bit more about your greatest successes, which could be uni or anything really?
Yeah, I mean, for me, my degree is one of them. On a personal level, as I said, at the time I hadn't been to college, hadn't been to university at the age when all my friends had done, and I was I was in my mid-30s when I did that. But for me to do that at the same time I was relocating, I was starting a new job, I was working full time, and I had a lot of great support from my university, and 2 years later then, yeah, I did graduate with a first class honours from that. So there's quite a bit of grit and hard work along the way, but definitely was something that for me, as a combination of reasons, was something that was a personal success. And then I guess more on a I don't know, more of an emotional success level is just being very fortunate and lucky for having met a lot of great people in our industry along the way, that, yeah, have taken time to sort of show an interest in me, or we've been able to help each other in our careers, or all sorts of things. And I think just some of the people and relationships that I've built along the way, I think, are also something that I'd put down to like a personal success as well, not just all about which was my best job title or which was my best pay grade. It's some of those other things as well, and what the journey to those has meant, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you are really inspiring. So from that, because I know you've done a lot of different things, do you think there's any advice that you could give to people wanting to start their career at this point in time?
Yeah, I guess a few things really. I mean, this time that we're having this chat in now probably is one of those more like challenging times for most. So I would be saying for people to have a think about like what makes you different. You know, what is it that you can bring? What makes you unique? Have a think about maybe what role models you've got, and that doesn't necessarily always have to be someone who's senior to you. It could be somebody, it could be a peer, a colleague, it could be a family member, it could be a celebrity even. But you know, is there somebody that you would like to be like, that inspires you, or that you think you could learn? You know, how do they come across sort of being their best self as well? And yeah, just to think, you know, I guess just to try and be memorable for the right reasons as well. Like, we've all got something that's unique about us. So therefore it doesn't matter if you haven't got like bags of work experience yet, or it doesn't matter if you haven't got qualifications or all sorts. There'll be something great that you are like absolutely brilliant at. So I would say to people to have a think sort of within themselves what that is, and you know, there's loads of really difficult things going on around us at the moment. So maybe just to try and focus on the things like that you can control or that you can do or change. And yeah, so I guess a few things really. That was more than one piece of advice, and just not to worry really if you don't know the answers yet, or you don't know what you want to do or what that might be, then that's okay as well. There's loads of people that have been working 5, 10, 15 or 50 years but still might not know what they want to do next, or how they accidentally might have ended up in that profession, or you know, but yeah, just be open-minded, you know, be interested in people you meet, be interested in things you can learn, and yeah, just keep focusing on yourself really, and what you can bring to work and to others.
Oh, perfect. I feel like you'll have made a lot of people feel better now.
Oh, hopefully so. Yeah, it is pretty tough at the moment. And I guess on that note as well, you know, for people that are finding it tough, and just to ask for help as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's colleagues, there's friends, there's family members, there's loads of great organisations like in our industry, or tutors, or all sorts. But yeah, there's always someone you can run something by.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if not.
Oh, thank you so much, Donna, for your time today. It's been really lovely to talk to you.
You're welcome, and all the best with your apprenticeship. It was really nice to chat to you.
Thank you very much.
All right.